Alright, halo. Grand rising to my gods and goddesses. Gifts and grace to my ancestors. Ashe to my spiritual guides. On God's will, the lost heir to the lost throne, aka Sun God Ra. But yeah, I want to have a little quick story about some shit that happened when I was a young boy. So um, I was around like 13 or whatever and shit. I had a nice little boxing career and all that. Um, we used to take a few people to the gym with us. They used to go train with me and shit. But they was a little older, 17, 18. I was around 13. Uh, we used to wait for them to go to wait for them to come to our crib so we could take them to the gym. So one day, I was on my way. We was about to go to the gym. We was waiting on my pop to come. And I'm sitting there with my man that we was taking to the gym, named Matt. Me and Matt was sitting there and shit. We used to have like little pistols and shit laying around, rifles and pistols and shit. But it was one pistol that was like, it was like an 8mm or some shit like that, a weird gun, but it didn't work. And that was one of the joints I used to play with throughout my life, like run around the house and play with it and shit. So there was one day we were sitting there waiting for my pop to come from the gym, and the shit was on the couch, right? Matt came in, he seen it, he looked at it, he like, oh shit, your pot left a joint right there. I was like, yeah, I know about it. He was like, oh, all right. So bang, we chilling for a minute, we waiting on my pop. I wind up walking upstairs for like a good couple of minutes and shit, right? I come back down, and I sit down. But I pay the joint no mind. I act like I ain't paying it no mind and shit, right? So bang, my pop pull up, he beeping the horn for us to come out and shit. And on our way out, we about to leave out and shit. I looked over and see the joint ain't on the couch no more. So I'm like, damn. I said, damn, bro. I said, you really gonna try to like still like that? He was like, oh no, bro, I was just playing to try to make sure you was on point. I said, well, all right, well, like put that on back. If I would have told my pop, it would have been a problem. So he was like, no, I was just playing to see was you on point. Boom. That was the first time. Probably like a couple months after that or whatever, almost the same scenario but different situation. We we chill, we in the crib or whatever, you know what I mean? And like my pop was the type of person that always try to like show people shit like his rifles, his arsenal and shit. So one day a nigga come in and come buy a clip, but he don't buy the gun. He buy the clip, but he don't buy the gun. So when he do that, when the boy come and buy the clip and then buy the gun, in my mind I'm thinking like, why the fuck would he do that and don't get the whole thing? But so when he leave, I'll go walk into the door. I watch him go get in his car. Get in his car, he drive off. I look at the car. The car is a white Grand Marquis with a blue rag top. Can't forget this shit. Bang. So I see it. I'm like, all right, I know where he driving. I go back and I ask my pop, like, yo, um, why would he buy a clip and don't buy the gun? My pop say, well, maybe he got the gun already, and he just needed a clip. So I'm like, all right, I get it. So bang, I'm gonna continue the story in a minute.